RealFi. I wanted to make this live based on the fact that 2026, there's going to be a new narrative. We know about deep and decentralized infrastructure, which, by the way, in my opinion, is actually a bust because it's kind of like Cardano, ADA. Hey, I can say it is my channel. All these promises, but like no substance, right? No narrative, but like there's no feeling of like, hey, they're advancing in one way or another. That's the thing with DePIN. That DePIN didn't understand that if you want retail to buy your crypto, your project, you're going to have something. You have to have something fun and exciting, something that people can understand, right? I like to say it like this. I have a friend of mine who bought into Cardano, just for the DePIN example, and I told him, listen, which company has a bigger market cap, McDonald's or Ruth Chris? Which one is better? Is obviously Ruth Chris is way better, more expensive. I'm like, McDonald's is faster, cheaper, so they have more product, right? Just like meme coins, right? Dogecoin, cheap at first, still kind of cheap. People want the cheap, fast dopamine hit. The average person that knows nothing about crypto during a bull run is not gonna research into complex topics. DePIN, I know because I'm in the crypto space and I have friends that like love DePIN and research about DePIN for hedge funds and private equity firms, but they don't get that. Listen, once you leave that office, once you leave our echo chamber, you have to talk to people simple. I always say, if you can't explain it to a regular person, you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, then it's not gonna go anywhere. That being said, RealFi. RealFi is blockchain. We've talked about different aspects of it, but this is you're gonna start finally seeing RealFi versus people just saying real estate and blockchain or real estate and crypto or tokenized real estate. It's gonna encompass everything. It's not just tokenizing real estate, but it's also just a tokenization of anything in the real world. Now we know we have tokenized stocks. That's not obviously RealFi because it's just stocks and companies. It's not like actual physical things like properties, real estate, gold, silver, etc. However, all that being said, Sui obviously is doing an amazing job of getting gold on the blockchain. And alongside Sui, XRP Ledger, we already know it can handle tokenized real estate in the United Arab Emirates, right? So now we're gonna start seeing commodities on the blockchain. How about that? CFTC. That's something I'm throwing at you guys this video that you didn't expect. Imagine oil commodities, corn commodities, rice commodities, but instead of having to go to a commodities market, you go to a decentralized platform, like a phantom wallet, and you click on it. No matter where you are, you don't have to be American, and you can invest in oil commodities on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange in the United States of America. So again, RealFi is going to be everything from tokenized real estate to actually tokenizing property deeds, tokenizing commodities, anything physical, corn, wheat, anything you want on the blockchain. Hey, user, what's up? So that's what I really want to focus on, that going into next year. This year was all about meme coin mania. I still believe that meme coins, we're still in the meme coin super cycle, Murad's right, and meme coins are going to be important for years to come. You're always going to have meme coins, right? At first you had McDonald's, like you have Ruth's, whatever, you have all these fancy chain restaurants. Well, depending on how you consider fancy, but some of them are pretty expensive nowadays compared to McDonald's and Burger King. So you're always going to have your meme coins, right? Low-hanging fruit, things that people understand, want to buy, 12-year-old kids can buy, make millions off of it, etc. But you're going to start getting into RealFi. This is like stable tokens. This is something that people can use for person-to-person commerce. People can pay people using stable tokens. Soon you're going to be able to use the blockchain to store physical assets too. It's not just invest in commodities, but physical representations. I went to an event the other day where they say that on the metaverse, you basically buy like Louis Vuitton bag, for example, from Louis Vuitton, and they're going to send you the physical purse. Just for example, it's a purse, but they're also going to give you an NFT representation, which is your proof of like, it's like, what do you call it? Like a certification of authentication, but instead of that, it's going to be on the blockchain in an NFT version. So RealFi, again, not just real estate, but now we're talking about commodities, rice, oil. If you go shopping online, dresses, purses, umbrellas, whatever you're going to buy, this excites me because this RealFi is where I believe, besides stable tokens, that it's the best way to get the most amount of people excited about blockchain, because a lot of people don't want to hold physical assets. Me personally, if I buy gold, I want to own the actual gold. Hey, if I don't know, let's say want to buy oil futures, I want to actually own the oil futures in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. However, I understand that not everybody in the world has access to that, right? Somebody in Kenya or Nigeria or Dominican Republic, they don't might not have access to our equity markets. So they want to use this token, they want to buy the tokenized version that mirrors the physical version. I'm okay with that. And listen, I support it. Anything that's inclusive and brings, again, more people onto the space and gives people more economic opportunity, I'm all about. 67, 69, God, isn't 69 the number? But with that being said, everybody, just keep in mind that I want everybody that's listening to me right now to understand this. Hashtag RealFi, RealFi. Anything in the physical world. It is not just tokenized real estate. Anything in the physical world, you're going to be able to tokenize on the actual blockchain. With that being said, I have to get going. I have a call at 5 and another call at 5:30. Lots of meetings, lots of events coming up, upwards and onwards.